Hi everybody, we're back for another Black History Month interview. This time we have with us the beautiful Miss Nina Ross of Nina Ross Business Solutions. And we're here today, she has a plethora of knowledge, and we're here today to talk with her, get advice from her, and just to find out more about her as she represents the diversity within our community, the beautiful diversity that we have here in the Woodlands and the greater Houston region. And we just wanted to talk with her and show her some love this Black History Month. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
I'm so happy to be able to meet you in person because COVID has really limited us, but we've been seeing you. I've been seeing you, and I've been seeing all your stuff, and I'm like, I need to meet her.
Well, I'm so glad that you invited me here, and I'm just ready to share whatever it is you want to know.
So, well, first of all, we'll tell our audience what you do.
I am a business operations consultant, and in the nutshell, that means I help small businesses and medium-sized businesses solve problems. With that being said, a business operations consultant can be anything based on a job description, but for my particular expertise, I help businesses solve problems as it relates to human resources, operations management, which is looking at a business in the future, business management, which is day-to-day, strategy, problem solving, things like that.
Okay. So how long have you been in business?
I've been a consultant now for 4 years, self-employed, but I've been a business operations manager since 2003.
Wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit about scenarios that you've had in terms of what falls under operations. Especially, maybe one that's given with COVID, or one that's regular, something that many businesses that you see a lot of your clients having issues with that they would need your help with.
I'll tell you the one most popular thing I'm called about is human resources, helping companies lay the foundation as it relates to human resources and how to address HR issues with employees. I do get some proactive companies that want to know about things like how to improve a certain area of their business, or how should I approach growing my company. But the primary thing I get is HR problems, and how to get rid of an employee, and not to preach about it too much. If you lay the foundation early on, you shouldn't need to hear from me with regard to solving a problem. I am the 911 when it comes to business. If you have a problem, I'm the person you call. But by then it's too late.
Yeah.
So my thing is to help companies eliminate emergencies to where they have to call me.
Oh, yeah. So tell me about you have such a great YouTube presence and a great LinkedIn presence. I mean, you really get information out there. Tell us how you got started using those avenues, and why you use them so much.
I started using, I'm going to start out by saying I don't like social media, but I have to admit it's been very good to me. I started using YouTube when we started our first business. It was a hobby that turned into a business. And I learned early on that using YouTube sold our product. Fast forward 2 years later, I think our first YouTube upload was back in 2015.
Wow.
So 2 years after that, 2017, I thought, wow, I want to do this with my business. So I started the YouTube channel with Nina Ross. Fast forward another year, it started taking traction. And it started reaching the target audience that I was looking for. Another year after that, then I started, hey, I've got these dormant social media accounts. I've got a LinkedIn. I've got a Twitter. I've got all of this stuff. And if you notice, I don't really post a whole lot on those accounts, only the videos. And that's because I decided early on that, all right, I see all these feel-good posts that aren't really helping anybody. I'm just going to post the business videos. That will help people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's when the channel really started growing.
Yeah, because I find that you touch on a lot of topics that a lot of people might be afraid to ask, even the employee.
Yes.
Might be afraid to ask. And so I thought, wow, that was really great. Do you want to tell the audience what your social media handles are?
My social media handles are Nina Ross Biz on Twitter, Nina Ross Business Solutions on YouTube, Nina Ross Biz on Facebook.
Yeah. So I do have a question. If you were to give someone my age, I'm 33, advice on, coming up in business, any advice, what would you give me?
With regard to starting a business, my advice to you would be to take the time to lay the foundation, whatever time that is, because that will be the biggest way you can prevent having to call me. When you call me, you've got a problem. And the goal of a business owner is to reduce the chances. Notice I didn't say eliminate, because you're not going to eliminate all your problems, but to reduce the chances. Lay your foundation. If you are looking for a career in business operations, my advice to you would be to check your personality, to see what type of person you are. Because what I do involves doing a lot of things at once. And there's a lot of people who aren't cut out for that. Last week I had a phone call from another business operations manager in New York or upstate, and she needed help with a presentation for a potential job. But she needed help getting and organizing what it was she was going to say, and I had to make sure she used her forward thinking so she could be able to anticipate what that person might tell her on the other side of the table.
That's some great advice. That's even great advice for, anybody in college.
I have students who watch the channel a lot, and they do contact me with assistance. The greatest feeling is when someone sends you a comment on your YouTube, unsolicited, and they say, "You helped me pass my test."
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you. Or someone else, I did a video for this girl. It was a follow-up to my "What does a business operations manager do?" She asked me, "I need help with my paper. How can diversity intersect with operations?"
Oh, how can it?
I did. Look, watch the video.
We need to add that to the comments.
Yeah, I told her just a couple of things to get the ball rolling. And it's not that she didn't know as much as it was she probably just had a brain fart.
Yeah.
But business operations and diversity, just think about it. As the business operations manager, you're in control of the business. So you get to set the tone as to how diversity in your company is going to flow. You know, there was a news anchor, and Pooja Lodia. And I remember a story, and I never forgot it. On the news, they allowed her to do a story on her name and what it meant. Isn't that is so cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one way you can bring diversity in as a business operations manager. Look at what you're doing here, doing something like this. If you're the business operations manager, you can say, hey, this is our schedule for diversity. We're going to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you've given such great advice. You are definitely I don't like to use the word guru. I feel like it's overused, but you're a queen in your field. I mean, I can't wait to have more conversations with you, to see the videos. And what I like is Nina's really frank. She's upfront, and she doesn't have to. Nobody needs anybody who's going to sugarcoat. And she doesn't do that, but her advice is well thought out, well articulated, and well received, I can tell you.
Well, as a business owner, if you hire me, if you watch the channel, number one, you're a business owner. So that tells me already your time is extremely limited. So your time is limited, so my time is limited as well. I don't have time to sugarcoat. If you have a problem, I'm going to say it in third grade English. I don't need to use big words. This is your problem. This is why you have the problem. These are some solutions I suggest, and these are ways that you can reduce the chances of getting that problem again. 4 steps.
Yeah.
And it's easy after you look at it, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Because you're a business owner, because you're busy trying to do your job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, business owners have to think about every sector, division, department. Well, Nina, I am so happy that you took the time out of your day. I am so happy I got to meet you in person. I think you're a wonderful person. And thank you for helping us celebrate Black History Month here at the Chamber with the limitations that we have due to COVID. And, I look forward to just hearing more from you, and because you have some great advice. And for our members, I know a lot of our Chamber members can benefit from your advice.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm hoping that 2021 things will get better with regard to COVID, because I have some plans to come back to the Chamber and do some lectures and education.
Oh, that's a great idea. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right.